Alrighty, I want to reflect on and remember what we have done so far in code.org. We've been working on licensing, permission, and using images. So here's what I want you to remember. And you don't necessarily have to write this down, but this is what I want you to make sure that you do every time you upload an image into code.org and you program one in. You have your line of code for the image, and it starts out looking like this. Image source equal sign with the file name, and then make sure that you update the alternate description so that you've got describing what it is, whether it's a puppy or a cat or whatever it is, okay? The actual file name goes in there. Directly under that, you have to put the citation, meaning code.org often calls it the attribution. So you're going to say, well, this image was by so-and-so, so you need to put the author's name there. It was on some kind of website. Was it Flickr? Was it Pixabay? Was it Wikimedia Commons? Whatever it is, that comes next. And then the last part is the license. If it was on Flickr, it definitely probably has a Creative Commons license. So it might be, for example, a CC BY, no commercial use and no derivative works. It might be one of those, okay? And if that's it, then type that and put a closing paragraph tag. When you have something from Pixabay, then it's not going to have a Creative Commons license. It's going to say free for commercial use, no attribution required. Type all of that. You can just copy and paste it, all right? Every time you add an image, you need to put the source information under there. Be careful that we don't try to use something that is copyrighted. And you'll see that sometimes when you get into Flickr, you'll see, oh, rats, this is copyrighted. And that means bzzzt, can't use it. All right. So now what I want you to do is go to code.org, and we'll pause the video as you need to get there. I'm just moving myself around here. I want you to go to lesson 9, level 4. If you're not there yet, that's okay. Just jump to level 4. If you've already been here and you're past it, that's okay. Come back for a second because I want to make sure that you have the right rules for naming picture files. So pause if you need to. All right. Under do this, it is saying fix the name of each image according to these rules. You cannot have special characters. You cannot have spaces. You can use a dash or an underscore, but no and signs, slashes, parentheses, exclamation points. So the first thing we do is change every single one of these file names. I'm going to shrink this up here so you can see. This first file, it's a bunch of numbers. Have no idea what it is. Click on the rename button, and I think when I had clicked on it, let me just click on it so you can see what it is. This is the frog. So I'm going to hit rename and just call this, I don't know, green frog. All right. Notice now it moved it down because it renamed it. And the nice thing is this line of code, if you're going to program that, has already updated it to the new file name. Good. Next, switch this axolotl picture. He's adorable, but I see that the file name, you can see it right here, has parentheses in it. Bzzzt. We don't want those symbols. It can mess up your HTML when you're programming. So we don't need all of this walking fish in there. Axolotl. I'm just going to rename it like that. Then it updates it here. Sweet. Fire salamander. Here's this guy. The only thing wrong with this is it has an exclamation point. That's not a good thing to have. Go in here, hit rename, get rid of that exclamation point, hit enter, and now it's updated and it's good. All right. This one with this Connie bushfrog. The file name is good, except see what it does here? Weird. That's because there's a space. The space messes things up. So let's simply come here. You can either delete it, or if you want to put a dash in there to separate the two words, you can do that. Then that one's good. And this last one, goodness sakes. When you click on it and look at this, holy mackerel, that is a long file name. Too much. This looks like some sort of like red brown frog of some kind. Just rename it to something shorter. I'm just going to call it frog. Because honestly, no one's going to see this behind the scenes coding part except the programmer. So now that we have these all cleaned up, we finished this first part. Okay. Now on this part, it says choose your favorite image, add it to the web page, and don't forget the attribution. So which one do you want? Decide which one you want. I'm going to pick the axolotl because I think he's adorable. And first, highlight and copy the HTML code that's underneath the picture when you click on the file name. I'll go kind of slow here so that you can pick whichever one you want. Highlight it and do Control C to copy it. Go to your index file. Okay, all that's in here right now is this line 7, my favorite amphibians. Hit enter, paste. That line of code puts the picture there. Not done. Hit enter again. Now we have to, as it said here in the instructions, it said, don't forget the attribution. That means put the source information in here. Paragraph tag. So go bracket, P bracket. I have to find the attribution information. So come back up here and start scrolling. Here's my axolotl, and this is the information. The author is somebody by the username TH1098. The website was Wikimedia Commons. This is the Creative Commons license. That BY means give the author credit and share alike. Copy, paste. Not done yet because I started this with a paragraph tag. Close it with a closing paragraph tag. Now you're done. All right. You can pause this for a minute to catch up, get this level done, hit finish. Now, level number 5. Now, level number 5, and let me catch up quick because I didn't have all of this taken care of like the rest of you would have when you did levels 1 and 2. All right, because you should have the cat picture on there. You should have credit given to the author. So this was this one by Alexis Photos on Pixabay. Pixabay doesn't have Creative Commons licenses. It'll say free for commercial use, no attribution required. And I recommend that you copy and paste that in there. Okay, so now you have these, and it says find an image you are allowed to use, upload it into this project, and then make sure that you program it and add the attribution below the image. So here's what I did. I went to Google. I'm a dog person, so I'm going to search for a puppy. Images, tools, usage rights, Creative Commons. Have to get the filter in. If you just use Google Images, you're going to find a whole bunch of images that are not available for us to use because we don't have permission. Okay? Put the Creative Commons license filter in. Click on whatever picture you want. I'm going to choose this puppy. Okay? Now, what you probably have to do is click in there again so you get to the source website. This is Flickr. If you're on Flickr, there's a download icon over here for you to download the image. Don't close this because here's the author. It's on Flickr, and this is the Creative Commons license. If you click on it, notice it says CC BY. Boom. All right. I want to run through another scenario in case you used Wikimedia Commons. If I wanted this picture, there's a download button here. Pick the size. Usually I say pick around 512 pixels. Do a 2-finger tap to save the image as. Get that saved and it'll be in your downloads. If you decide to choose something from Pixabay, like this little guy, click on it. Okay, here's the author. All right, it's on Pixabay, and then here's that free for commercial use, that kind of stuff. Free download. Okay, hit that button. Sometimes you have to go through and say you're not a robot, and you got to get all these traffic light things taken care of. Oh, Lord, and they're going to make us... Oh, bicycles. Sorry. I don't see any bicycles in that picture. Then hit download and you'll go from there. Okay? Regardless of which method or website you're using, leave it up because when you go to code and you're going to add your image, you're going to choose to upload a file and then you're going to look for your picture and upload it. I already uploaded this picture, so it's already in my file list here. Okay? That file list name is really long, so I'm just going to change it to puppy. Now I have to program it in here. Here's my puppy. There's the line of code. Copy it. Control C. Go back to your HTML. I'm just going to add, well, I guess I should put it in my dog part here, right? So I'm going to put this here. Then I have to add a paragraph tag because I have to say where I got this picture. This particular one was by this person, Jonathan Kriz. So I'm going to go and type that in. By Jonathan Kriz on Flickr. And then I got to look for the licensing information. That's right here, a CC BY. So all I have to type on this line right here, I'm on line 15. So I'm going to type capital C, BY. And then I'm going to add my closing paragraph tag. Take a look at that line because it's right under the picture. Okay? Sweet. Pause this as you need to so everybody can get caught up in adding your own image. Then, when you get to level number 6, there are a whole bunch of different options here. I only want you to do A, B, D with Pikachu here, and F. This is also on the whiteboard in the front of the classroom. All right? Once you've gotten those ones done, hit finish and get to level 7. On level 7, it's going to start off this way. All about me. Cool picture. Add an image, follow the rules, and make sure you cite your source. So right now what I'm going to do is add a few lines under cool pictures or cool picture, and you need to go back to Google and search for something you like. All right. So for example, I don't know if I'll even find a picture of Donnie because under tools and usage rights, Creative Commons, I have to find a picture. Well, here is just a beautiful one. Okay. So I find a picture I want to use. Okay. I make sure I click on it so that I have the author. It's on Flickr. This is the Creative Commons license. I can click on it and find it right there. Okay. Then what I would do is go to code, add the image, get it programmed in there, and then make sure I cite it properly. By so-and-so on Flickr or whatever website. And then put your Creative Commons license in there. whatever it is, and get the closing paragraph tag. All right. I will be checking this. Okay. When you think you've got your lessons, level 7 done, you've got a photo and you've got the proper line to give it its attribution or its credit, then send me a Schoology message and I will go look at it. All right. When you get done with this, go to the next level. This has a bunch of them. I just want you to do A, because here's what's going to happen. Some of the pictures that you go and upload into code.org are going to be huge. And you're like, oh my stars, this does not look right. This level will tell you how to add in parameters for height and width so that your picture doesn't take over the whole page. All right. Once you learn that, you might want to go back to level 7 and fix it. But in the meantime, this is what I want you to get done. All right. Once you have this done, you can ask for a worksheet that has I want you to start searching for images to add to your website project back on level 7. Okay. So if you did your website on, say, hockey, then you're probably going to want to search for pictures related to hockey. Okay. Or if you did something with favorite athletes, you might want to do a search for that. Remember, tools, usage right, Creative Commons, to find pictures that are okay for you to use. You have permission. On that page, it will ask you to write down the author, the website, the licensing, so that when you download it, you've got it documented, so you're not trying to go back and find, oh shoot, what was the license on this one? Okay, that's your job for today. Finish up lesson 9, and then if you get through all of that, then you can start searching for images for your website. Good luck and have some fun searching.